So today we talk about the jazz music, and I would like to, our audience would be interested to know from you, for a vocalist, jazz vocalist, and what is the main difference between of classical and jazz vocal music? One second, I will write to you this one. Just in a few sentences, it will be enough.
Okay, I am not a classical singer, just a jazz singer. I don't know, I can think about something to say. I don't know very much about the classical music, but I can think about something to say to the audience. It's okay? You understood me?
And exciting of all of this.
Sorry, I could not hear you. Maybe, gente, se vocês fecharem o microfone, talvez possa ajudar.
Eu já fechei o meu. Quem tiver com o microfone aberto, por favor, desliga agora, vai melhorar bastante.
Eu estava fechado. Você está ouvindo bem, Heitor?
Eu estou ouvindo bem, Marcelo. Шорена, мы слушаем хорошо друг друга здесь. Мы с Марсело, Камила, мы слушаем друг друга, но не слушаем вас. Очень сильно прерывается.
То, что я буду говорить, я буду вам присылать также в сообщениях. Договорились?
Ela vai mandar as perguntas aí por mensagem. Vamos ver se melhora, pelo menos para poder responder.
You know, in the jazz music specific, I always believe that with the feeling of jazz, you need to be born, that this is difficult to learn. Although you can learn certain laws and rules of jazz, of course, but anyway, what do you think about this? What do you think?
Okay. Well, for me, in both areas is difficult, and in the jazz, I think it's almost the opposite. We don't have rules. Like we learn in a different way. We can learn hearing some great singers, and not specific in the academic way, you know. And we are free. We don't have the we don't have follow some rules, like the pitch. It don't need to be always perfect like in the classical music. You can try something crazy sometimes, especially when you are improvising. In your improvisation, you can do all you want. Yes, of course, I'll always follow the harmony and the notes of the scale, but you are free to try everything that you want. And yeah, maybe that's the difference for me. In the jazz, we don't have rules. Like like I said, I don't know very much the classical music, but for me, in the vocal technique, a lot of jazz singers and pop singers, sometimes they don't study for many years the technical for the voice. Sometimes they just go and sing as they can, and now I think it's starting to I say in Brazil, like now here in Brazil it's starting to coming, because here we always had the culture that you go to see someone to sing beautiful songs with beautiful letters, but not to hearing the singers improvising. So sometimes it's a little bit rare here in Brazil. That's why for me it's so interesting to try to get into this, the improvisation. Well,
so much. I would like to share your recording, which you made special for MISA, for Music International Summer Academy, and much for this great event. Our academy share this with our audience.
sure, you can share, no problem. Thank you.
Thank you so much again. Really enjoyable music and
Brava, Camila.
Thank you, thank you.
specific it's bossa nova style, right? I think so. You know,
Sorry?
pandemic in 2020, I was in love, felt in love with bossa nova style music. I listened to everything a lot every day, and it was my inspiration in pandemic period time, and I was really enjoyed, and that's why I asked to Heitor to make some videos like this together as much as possible. It is very difficult because when he sent me the voice, the audio tracks from you, it was very unusual for me, to make the recording with some already ready type, because I don't know, because when we play the chamber music, for example, in classical, our life, we are always, living in the time, it is like music lives in time, continues in time. And when you have just recording, one recording, another recording, and you have to mix it together, and you have record something from you again, it's very difficult and very tricky. And you made a great job. So congratulations. And I just я хотела поблагодарить, говорю, вас, Эйтору. Я на русском скажу, что это очень сложно было. И когда вы мне прислали вот эти записи по отдельности, их достаточно сложно было воспринять вместе, потому что, она немножко необычная музыка, и ритм достаточно сложный. И чтобы как-то еще и самой записать, у вас это потрясающе получилось, и я говорю, честь вам и хвала. Может быть, вы сами тоже скажете несколько слов о различиях таких вот особенно сложных для музыканта, для классического исполнителя. Что самое сложное вот в исполнении музыки джаза, на ваш взгляд? What is more difficult in jazz music for classical musician?
Bom, ela repetiu, одну секунду, я просто пару слов на португальском скажу. Ela repetiu o que ela já havia dito, de que ela achou muito complicado fazer esse tipo de música à distância, quando tem o tempo tão livre, né? E agora ela está perguntando para mim o que eu penso sobre a música do jazz e bossa nova e música clássica. E eu vou tentar responder isso em inglês. Shorena, I played in orchestras very many years, and I played classical music and jazz music too. And I can say that the orchestra must play together with the conductor, always together. And then the singer can make a free time, free tempo. Well, in this case, when Camila recorded Beatriz first time, I asked Otto that he played first the accompaniment. And it was very difficult for her because she's the soloist, and he was arrested in his time. And then I asked her, Camila, please, you must sing first, and then Otto will make the accompaniment. But this this don't work it too, because she was so free. It was impossible to him to play together with her.
Let's think about.
And the third raz, I invited Camila to come to me in my house, and then I conducted her in three, so she can be free in her time, and the most in como é que se diz ao mesmo tempo? In this time, it's free and together with me. I was the conductor and she was free. I conducted her. And then Otto, I sent Otto my video when I conducted and played with me in my video I conducted. And then we do this record. I'm sorry, my English is horrible, terrible, terrible. But four times we worked.
Something more about composition styles, differences, and what are you usually doing with music, for example? Make an arrangement as well, right? As I know, because you also sent me a great composition of Tom Jobim, Chega de Saudade, right? Maybe my spelling is not so well, but
Я переведу на русский то, что я сказал на португальском. Мы записали это 4 раза. Первый раз Отто записал свою партию, и это очень трудно и очень сложно для Камилы, потому что она была зажата в этом темпе и не смогла ничего сделать. Второй раз она спела, но настолько свободно, что он не смог аккомпанировать. Третий раз она приехала ко мне домой, а я ее дирижировал. И над моим дирижированием она спела свободно, я смотрел на нее, она спела свободно, но одновременно она спела на 3, она спела вместе. Одновременно, как она пела, я тоже записал свое дирижирование. Вот таким образом я отправил мое дирижирование Опту, чтобы он записал под моей рукой, и вот тогда мы смогли соединить все вместе. А то мы там 5 человек, 4 человека. 4 человека мы смогли играть вместе. И одновременно она могла быть свободной, чтобы спеть вот как она хотела, дышать где она хотела, сделать свои рубаты, свои замедления и свои ускорения. Без этого было бы просто невозможно. Я хочу сказать, что в Сан-Паулу есть один очень большой оркестр, симфонический оркестр штата Сан-Паулу. Я там работал 12 лет. А мы как раз и записали Беатрис там, вместе с певицей Моника Салмазо. А я помню этот случай.
Концертный зал. You have a great concert hall in São Paulo. Okay, can I share with our audience another composition of Tom Jobim with the arrangement of Otto Pintiasky? Okay, 1 second, please. Also beautiful. As I said, one of my favorite compositions of Tom Review. And could you tell us something, Otto, about and compositions as well? You are working with only jazz music or with too?
I have not heard you everything you said, but I believe you asked me if I am a jazz composer or and a classical composer too. Yes, I am. In fact, I am a classical pianist. I have always played the classical repertoire, like Beethoven, Chopin, Bach, Penderecki, Prokofiev, but Scriabin, great composer. But I have always loved popular music, including jazz and rock music and everything. I like good music. I have always liked good music, whatever type of music it is. And after a while working as a pianist, when I have known Heitor, for instance, more than 30 years ago, we have always played Bach and Beethoven and a lot of classical music, but I have decided to stop being only a pianist, and I went to work as a public officer in the government of Brazil, in the judicial system of Brazil. So I started composing, and my compositions are classical in part, but always influenced by popular music, Brazilian popular music and jazz. So when Heitor asked me to write some arrangements for bossa nova, it was a pleasure. But it's very difficult for a classical pianist to do jazz or popular music. And bossa nova has a characteristic style of playing. It mixes popular Brazilian music and jazz and samba. So it was a challenge. I made. I was thinking first about writing an arrangement for another person that would play. That would be you, Sorena. And so, if I was just playing this piece, I would probably be improvising a lot. But I had to concentrate and write every note. And of course, what you are writing is not exactly what we are playing in popular Brazilian music. You have some syncopations that we cannot write. So it was difficult at first to write everything and every chord, every bass line. And it was, of course, difficult to mix because as we had to make a guideline, and then Andressa would record and Camila would record. So I am a classical composer that likes to write jazz.
Have opportunity to play together live, I mean, in Georgia or in Brazil. I hope
of course
to finish and then soon we will invite you to a festival in our academy and one or two great venues with the perfect bossa nova jazz music together. It is
of course
in the future, in a close future. And I hope everything will be fine. And one more video here with our audience. Very interesting video, Tico Tico no Fuba. It is like a
yes.
the march as well, right? Yes, 1 second. I will.
Gente, pena que a transmissão tá tão ruim, cortada, né? Puxa, ia ser tão legal se a gente estivesse aqui fluindo mais.
Eu acho que no Meet ia ser mais fácil, cara. O Meet tá melhor que o Zoom.
Каприз. Я узнала сразу.
De novo esse danado desse tico-tico comendo aqui no sofá. Mas não é possível, Maria. Sai, tico-tico. Sai, tico-tico. Vai comer umas minhocas no pomar. Show!
Ravi. Very funny video, really funny, and I
Otto, bravo. Really,
Thank you.
bravo.
Thank you.
Very good, very good. There we have Bach, Chopin, Paganini, Schumann, and Tico Tico no Fubá.
our another guest, Marcello. I just think about your native Spanish musician or
Hi, Shorena. I hope you can listen me. Oh, perfect. I am a friend of Heitor. I studied in the São Paulo University and then in Uruguay with Abel Carlevaro. He's a great guitarist on South America. And then, yeah, I studied in Spain in short course like Santiago de Compostela or Cordoba. And I am really interested in the classical tradition music from Brazil. because everybody knows Villa-Lobos, I think, but we have classical music before Villa-Lobos since the 18th century, right? About the gold here. We had a lot of gold and a lot of music in Brazil in the 18th century, and orchestras, small orchestras, and music, religious, like sacred music. And at the 19th century, have also music for opera and chamber music. And after Villa-Lobos, we have a tradition. This tradition is a mix between popular music and classical music. And it not works together the jazz, but works together the choro and the samba. And these composers after Villa-Lobos, I'm talking about Mignoni or Camargo Guarnieri, they really studied the classical European tradition. So it's really interesting to play this music. And that's what I do now. That's exactly the mix between Brazilian culture and classical music culture. That's my research.
Very well. And sometimes it may
I could not listen, sorry. Please write to me. If I play Spanish music, okay. Yeah, I play it. I really played for our education. Every guitarist must play Spanish music. Um, the Segovia's repertoire, right? And you play arrangements from piano music like Albanes or Granados. I played, and I played music from, for example, Frederico Moreno Torroba or Joaquin Turina, made for guitar. Woo! Yes, he's amazing. He's amazing guitarist, Paco de Lucia. He he really is not a classical guitarist. He's another tradition. When I studied in Cordoba in the festival, we have both careers. You can choose study with the. It was Paco Serrano, the professor. You can choose study classical music or flamenco music, and it's completely different because the time is really complicated to improvise. You can learn. You can by memory play some piece from flamenco, but play real flamenco is impossible for classical guitarists. I don't know for Spanish guitarists, but for me it's impossible. Inside the tradition, with improvisation, with dance and sing, it's like jazz, but from Spain. You must born there. Yeah, exactly. We must born to play according to tradition, but it's amazing tradition with a strong feeling. It's amazing.
let's and here are
I really didn't hear you, but I want to say thank you by the invitation. It's amazing opportunity.
thank you for the
Шорена, к сожалению, ничего не слышно, прерывается совсем, полностью не слышно.
Видно, что такая связь плохая, конечно. It's very pity that the connection is so bad, but I hope we will see each other in life and everything will be fine in future. Thank you again, everyone, and have a nice day, nice evening. Спасибо, Heitor, большое. И
Спасибо.
возможность обязательно встретиться в будущем уже онлайн. Мы сможем больше монитировать и подготовить хорошую программу. Есть планы для нашего проекта. И мне бы очень хотелось вам вот это.
Такая плохая связь, что я слышу половину, а другую половину, к сожалению, нет. Вы смогли бы, пожалуйста, повторять?
Да, я обязательно встретимся в Грузии в скором будущем. Привет для ваших.
Я хочу сказать, что на самом деле у меня очень давно есть такая скрытая любовь к Грузии, потому что я учился в классе Марины Яшвили 5 лет в консерватории. Это было очень важное время для меня. И как раз я познакомился со своей матерью там в ее классе. Она была концертмейстером в Яшвили. Она там начала работать у нее, когда, в 96-м году. Первое, что мы с ней играли, это именно было джаз. Но джаз, американский джаз. Мы сыграли, как это звал, я не помню, это было джаз в конце года, выскочил из головы, как называлось произведение. Порги Бес. Мы вот Порги Бес играли. Фантазию Фролова, Порги Бес. И к тому же приехала в Бразилию ваша скрипачка замечательная и знаменитая Лиза Батишвили. Она приехала в Сан-Паулу в первом году, сыграла концерт Бетховена. И оказалось, это было в марте, и у нее был день рождения, 7 марта. И 7 марта – это мой день рождения тоже. Поэтому мы отметили вместе. Она была вместе со своим отцом. Они приехали ко мне домой, мы ужинали здесь. Это было очень такое замечательное время, такое хорошее время мы провели вместе. И она тоже из Грузии. Поэтому да, я бы с удовольствием приехал бы к вам вместе с моими ребятами сыграть не только боссу-нову или джазовую музыку, но бразильскую классическую музыку есть тоже много интересного, неизвестного, между прочим. Это будет, конечно, большое удовольствие для всех нас.
У нас все получится. Надо верить в лучшее. Спасибо еще раз. Thank you very much again. And see you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Lorena, and everybody. It was a pleasure.
Well, thank you.
Thank you very much.